Hello and welcome to another video tip. You may have seen my previous video on how to use PS4 party chat when you're streaming and have the stream hear it so you can hear it. The link will be in the description if you want to check that out. The next question I get asked a lot is, when you're streaming from a console to a capture card on a PC, how do you hear the console as well as OBS, your alerts and anything else that may go on your stream? Obviously, if you're plugged into the console, you hear the games and not the PC, and if you're plugged into the PC, you hear OBS and not the game sound. So this is the solution. Plug the headphones into the PC, into the sound card on the back, the same way you normally would when you're using the PC. Now, the problem with that is obviously in OBS. We're in OBS here. I've added the capture card. There is the capture card output. You can see clearly when I move the menu that the capture card is putting sound out. This is going out to the stream. The stream can hear this just fine. But my headphones are plugged into the PC. If an OBS alert goes off, I can hear that. But I can't hear the game. Can make it rather tricky to play. So how are we going to hear both? Well, the solution that some people go for is to go to the properties for the capture card sound, onto advanced properties, and it's on monitor off. When it's on monitor off, the sound only goes to the stream. I've seen a lot of people put it to monitor and output. Now, there you go. That does mean you can hear it, but that illustrates my point very well. We can now hear it, but you see how delayed it is. When I move, it goes out on stream, and then you'll see how long it is before I actually hear it. Now, this does vary. Some people do this, and maybe you've got a very, very tiny delay. But if if you're playing a game like Call of Duty or something like that, where you're very reliant on the sound, or any other shooter or Valorant or anything like that, that is just that is unacceptable, really, for me in any game. That's not really a solution. So we'll put that back. One thing to note on this: if you do put it on monitor output, that's when you will hear it twice. If you've got a desktop output, you see this occasionally on streams. They put it on both, so they think they can hear it and it's on the stream, but that's not really what that means. It means the capture card is going out on stream, but obviously so are our desktop sounds, so the stream is going to hear it twice. So what you would do if you wanted to do that, you would go to monitor only and mute output. Then you hear it, and the sound you hear is going out. It's not going out twice. Anyway, that aside, back to monitor off. So again, there's sound, stream's got it, we haven't. One small thing that you need to do to make this work, and that is go to sound settings. Over on the right here, click on sound control panel, and then we can see the devices. Now, it's on the recording tab, the second tab in. If you look down, you should see your USB capture card, or your internal capture card, or any capture card you have. It is labeled as a microphone. Windows does that because it regards an input device generally as a microphone. But underneath, I don't know if you can quite make it out, it says Razer Rips or HD HDMI. So that is the sound input. So we click Properties. On the Listen tab, we're just going to tick Listen to this device and apply it. That's all we're going to do. Now, you can indeed hear the game. And as you can see, they're both peaking at the same time. Now, what you would want to do here, because you've got a desktop output here, there's clearly two outputs here. The stream is going to hear that at the same time. Both at the same time, which we don't want. So if you've got a desktop sound output there, you want to mute the capture card. Don't mute the desktop one, because then none of your other sounds will go out. Mute just the capture card, because we are now hearing the capture card sound. There we go. That is still going out on the desktop output. They're just hearing it on a different output. Please do remember to just click that. Yeah, I mean, I could fire up a quick game if you want to just see how in sync that is as far as a quick shot on Resogun. I've used this with the Razor Ripsaw for an extended period of time, and this worked perfectly for me, and I've recommended this to a great number of people that have turned it on, and it's worked perfectly for them. But let me just show you that this is indeed in sync. I'll fire a weapon, and then you'll see at the point the drone explodes.
Save the last humans.
There we go. And that is much more in sync than you would see if you monitor and output. Well, I hope that's of some help to you. It seems to have massively helped everyone else that I've passed that tip on to. Drop a like if it did help you. If you drop a subscribe, you'll see the next tip I put out. They're often sort of related to streaming, but there are other PC gaming tips as well. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.